Coming to paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, 1987. Learn lessons about life and teenage love in the 1980s with this coming-of-age John Haynes story. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes, 1987 at online booksellers everywhere. Former NFL and Florida State University player Travis Rudolph was found not guilty of murder in a Florida court yesterday. All news clips in this video are used under fair use of United States copyright law of 1976 and are used in conjunction with my commentary.
Breaking tonight, acquitted on all counts. That is how the trial ended for former FSU and NFL football player Travis Rudolph.
WPTV's Chris Gilmore reaching out to both sides of the courtroom for a reaction.
A lot of emotion spilling over today at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. The state saying they don't agree with the jury's verdict. The defense team and Rudolph's family saying they couldn't be happier. There were no shortage of tears, prayers, and hugs today in the Palm Beach County Courthouse.
Your life is in 12 jurors' hands. That's a scary feeling. So definitely was nervous, and we definitely pray a lot. We have unwavering faith. So
Travis Rudolph cleared on the first-degree murder and 3 first-degree attempted murder charges against him. The case stems back to a deadly shooting in April 2021 after an argument with Rudolph's alleged girlfriend. Rudolph's older sister, Tierney Coleman, says the key evidence in this case was her family's testimony, also applauding the defense attorneys.
I think that Mark did a really good job exposing the truth and allowing the jury and the world to see what really happened.
Rudolph says more than anything, he looks forward to his life getting back to normal.
And I finally got my freedom back. I can get back to my life, man.
Thank you, God. Thank you for just making this day happen. And I love you.
Yes, sir.
We wanted to reach out to both sides and heard back from the state attorney's office, their spokesperson, saying this, and I quote, "Although we may disagree with the jury's verdict, it's their job to determine from the facts whether a defendant is guilty or not guilty. We respect the jury's decision. Our thoughts are with the victims and their families in this case." Reporting from the Palm Beach County Courthouse, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
Now, back on April 7th, 2021, Travis Rudolph allegedly had an argument with Dominique Jones. And as he was having this argument with Dominique Jones, a black woman, she allegedly threatened him, saying that she was going to have her brother and them come over and F him up and kill him. And a couple of hours later, Dominique Jones's brother and 3 other individuals came to the Florida home of Travis Rudolph, rang on the doorbell, and got into an altercation with Travis Rudolph and his brother, and allegedly looked to go out here and fire several shots. And as they were firing shots at the home of Travis Rudolph, allegedly, Travis Rudolph scrambled and got his own firearm. And as he got his own firearm and was firing at the vehicle that Dominique Jones's brother and his friends came in, he wound up allegedly winding up shooting and taking the life of one of the individuals who was a part of the mob that came after him. Now, after Travis Rudolph went out here and defended his property as related to Florida's stand your ground law, Florida prosecutors decided they wanted to arrest Travis Rudolph for murder, first-degree murder, and a series of other murder-related charges. And as they arrested him and put him on trial, they looked to go out here and get a conviction for murder against Travis Rudolph. However, after hearing the testimony of Dominique Jones, it looks like the jury in Florida was not swayed by the statements that Dominique Jones made. Moreover, the defense was able to present evidence as related to Dominique Jones making this threat and instigating this incident. And this evidence basically laid the foundation for the acquittal of Travis Rudolph on all charges. And when I take a critical examination of this verdict, it is a just verdict because Travis Rudolph was doing what he was supposed to as related to his property, and he was well within his rights as related to Florida's stand your ground law. Because according to Florida's stand your ground law, it states that an individual has a right to defend himself as related to the castle doctrine, and Dominique Jones's brother and her friends were basically violating Travis Rudolph's castle by going to his home, looking to go out here and one, start a fight, two, coming with firearms looking to go out here and shoot up his property in an effort to go out here and intimidate Travis Rudolph. And by participating in these actions, Travis Rudolph was well in his right to self-defense to take out his AR-15 Armor-Light rifle and defend his property with 36 shots. Now, some people want to say that Travis Rudolph fired off too many shots, but I say he has a right to fire as many shots as he wants as related to defending his property and neutralizing a threat to his property. Because these four individuals decided to go out here on the word of a black woman and decided to act impulsively on their feelings to go out here and get in the face of a homeowner, and whatever they got they deserved, because they were trespassing on that man's property, and two, they were also looking to go out here and participate in violence. Now, I find it sad that Travis Rudolph had to go to trial for this case. Meanwhile, men like George Zimmerman and the white female who shot a black woman in Florida, it took a long time to bring these people to any sort of charges, but Travis Rudolph was brought to charges very quickly, which makes me see how racist the criminal justice system is in Florida. The black man who goes out here and defends his property from an actual threat is somebody who is put on trial almost immediately. Meanwhile, the Hispanic man and the white woman who go out here and actively look to abuse stand your ground laws, it takes a long time to get any sort of action by the prosecutor's office. And again, that shows me how racist the prosecutor's office is and how there's a clear double standard as related to criminal justice, because Travis Rudolph was again well within his rights to defend his property from individuals who were a clear and present threat and came to his property with malice aforethought. Now, these four males basically were a group of simps who came to Travis Rudolph's home based on the word of a black female. And again, this showed how these males basically had no critical thinking skills and were acting on their impulses, hoping to satisfy a covert contract of trying to defend the honor of a dishonorable black woman. And because it's a dishonorable woman who goes out here and gets in her feelings about having an argument with a man, and then goes out here, puts on her emotions as she gives these males a sob story. And as she gives these males a sob story, these males go out here and try to play the white knight, trying to go out here and defend the honor of a dishonorable black woman. And as they go out here looking to defend her honor, they don't understand how they're being set up by a female who has no respect or no regard for them as she pulls her crap test. Because this was one big crap test to see what this Dominique Jones could possibly get away with, and what she wanted to do was rile up the emotions of these beta black males, one of them being her brother, and showing how she had no regard for her own sibling's safety or his freedom. I mean, that just shows me again how reprehensible this woman is, because a sibling is supposed to care about their brother and supposed to care about their brother by not getting themselves into situations, and if they do get into situations, take responsibility for their actions. Not go out here and instigate something by trying to make yourself out to be a victim of a man and trying to make him look like the bad guy. No, a woman of character goes out here and says, look, what's between me and him is between me and him. But Dominique Jones wasn't that kind of woman. No, this woman basically wanted to go out here and see what type of crap she could get away with. And what she wanted to do was, again, instigate an incident which would possibly lead to Travis Rudolph and his brother possibly winding up losing their lives, and her own brother losing his freedom. That's what's happened here as related to Dominique Jones's behavior. She didn't even care about her own brother's health, safety, or freedom, and it's a cold woman who sits there and again puts her own brother's life in jeopardy, because a sister is supposed to love her brother, and she's supposed to love her brother enough to protect him from danger. But this woman didn't care about her brother or looking to protect him at all. No, she wanted to go out here and put his life on the line. And I would have to say that Dominique Jones' brother wasn't very smart, because I myself, again, I have sisters. And again, the first thing, if I hear something from one of my sisters, is if something is happening, I'm going to the police. No, I'm not going to try to handle this dude by myself, because what happens with a lot of women, again, is they want to pull these crap tests to see what they want to get away with. And again, a true to the game woman, she's not going to put her brother on the line like that. No, a woman who has no regard for her brother, she'll put him on the line like that with this kind of crap test. And again, a woman who cares about somebody understands, if I love my brother, I care about his freedom, I care about his life, because if I put him in that situation with this dude in a state where they have concealed carry permits and stand your ground law, I'm basically sending this man out on a kamikaze mission to lose his life. And again, that was something that flew over the heads of Dominique Jones's brother. Dominique Jones's brother, like many black males, got so caught up in his feelings that all he was thinking about was, I'm going to defend the honor of my sister, not understanding if your sister honored you, she would keep you out of her personal business with another man, because it's alleged she was, again, the boyfriend of Travis Rudolph, but was out here a married woman. And again, if you've got a beef with another man, you don't get other men to go out here and fight your battles. Again, you go out here and fight your own battles. You don't go out here and send another group of men out here like pawns on a chessboard, treating them like fodder and treating their lives like they don't matter. No, that shows how little character Dominique Jones had as related to all of the lives of these men. She was willing to put the freedom of Travis Rudolph in jeopardy. She was willing to put the lives of her own brother in danger and his friends. And again, basically just going out here being a puppet master and pulling the strings of all of these individuals. And again, this is just absolutely disgusting to me. But the whole thing is, what really troubles me the most about our gynocentric criminal justice system is that after Travis Rudolph was put through all of this as related to getting arrested, being charged with murder, winding up losing his NFL career, is that this woman who instigated all of this, a black female, Carolyn Donham, basically is not going to be held accountable at all. I mean, this woman's behavior is no different than the behavior of Carolyn Donham, may she burn in hell, who instigated the murder of Emmett Till. And this is the same type of incident where we have a woman looking to instigate a murder as related to getting attention for herself. And this one, she again told these guys to F him up and kill him, sent these guys text messages, and again, these guys came to the residence of another man, looking to kill another man, based on the word, based on the feelings of a woman. And that shows a sad state of affairs as the way we have raised boys to become men over the last 60 years in this country. Because over the last 60 years in this country, we have raised boys to become men who do not go out here and show leadership skills. We raise boys to become men who do not understand how to be critical thinkers. We have raised boys to become men who don't know how to go out here and be able to go out here and be able to think objectively and critically for themselves. No, we have a group of black males who, again, are so caught up in some woman and that they never think about their value as a man, and they don't think about more important things like their health, their safety, or their freedom. They have never been taught that they have value to people as related to the world, and that God created them for a purpose. And your purpose is not to go out here and be some beta male looking to submit to some woman. Your purpose is not to go out here and look to be some slave to a woman and trying to make her happy, because that's what these four guys were doing. They were looking to make Dominique Jones happy, but her happiness should not be worth more than your freedom. Her happiness should not be worth more than your dignity. Her happiness should not be worth more than your self-respect, because these guys didn't understand how bad this could have gone as related to the case of Travis Rudolph and his brother. Had either of them been harmed, all of these guys, we would be reading about them being in the penitentiary with Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles having their tight ends turned into wide receivers as they are traded and stacked up and traded for Little Debbie snack cakes, ramen noodles, packets of Crystal Light, packets of Taster's Choice, marshmallow peeps, gum balls, peppermint balls, off-brand Oreo cookies, off-brand lemon cookies, packets of snack pack pudding. This would be their future. And again, it's their future. And as they're in the penitentiary getting turned out by Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, and Mr. Sprinkles, this same female Dominique Jones will be out here getting her back blown out by some other dude and setting up some more dudes out here as related to setting them up to pulling a crap test on them on another guy like Travis Rudolph. And again, this is a lesson I learned back when I was 16 years old when I read a story about one black man shooting another black man in a club over a woman, and I read that message resonated with me and said, hey, she's playing both of us, and even a sibling can play you, but you have to understand your value as a man. You have to understand your value as a man so that you don't get jammed up by women who are insecure about themselves, like this woman, Dominique Jones, who is so insecure about her femininity that she set up her own brother to have his life be put at risk. And again, Travis Rudolph almost lost his freedom, all because of a ratchet woman. And thank God and I'm glad to see this brother be able to be cleared of all charges, be able to go on with his life, be able to have his freedom, because he was done dirty by this woman. And if the best thing for him to do is file a civil lawsuit against this woman to send a message, because this woman basically put his life in danger and she needs to be held liable for this. If the criminal courts won't do it, he should do it in civil court. He should go out here and punish this woman. Again, this type of behavior goes on because men don't punish women and hold them accountable with our civil courts. The reason why ratchet women go out here and and pull these kind of games is because nobody holds them accountable, and this woman needed to be held accountable as related to this incident because she basically put a black man's life in jeopardy. She put her own brother's life in jeopardy, and the only way to stop this behavior is if men in the community hold these women accountable. 1, 2, men have to start understanding their value as related to being a man on earth and understanding they have autonomy and a right to their own freedom, and we have to understand that we don't put our intangibles of manhood, like our freedom, in jeopardy in order to defend the honor of a woman. No, we let law enforcement investigate the case, because I remember a case where somebody tried to lie on the son of former police officer Commissioner Ray Kelly and say that he violated a woman, and the woman wanted to try to crap test her boyfriend, and what the boyfriend did was say, no, I'm not going to that man's house to start with him. No, I want to go to the police. I want a police report. And when that guy went out here and did this, he soon found out that this woman was going out here having affairs behind his back with the son of New York City's former police commissioner Ray Kelly. And that's the kind of critical thinking black men have to have. We really got to start thinking critically like that. Whenever a woman runs up on us in with those extra salty tears and the snot bubbles coming out of her nose, whenever we see the extra salty tears and the snot bubbles, what we got to do is stay calm, and we got to stay calm and say, hey, I'm going to the police. I want to get a police report. I want to get some documentation, because if this woman don't want to go get some documentation, she don't want to go through any sort of thing with law enforcement, that's when you know she's full of crap, and that's when you cut ties with that woman, because that woman is a clear and present danger to you, because if she'll pull this kind of stunt on you, she will go out here and put your life in the line of fire. And that's why when you're out here, you gotta understand, as a man, you gotta look out for yourself, and you gotta think critically. You gotta think critically before, when you're going out here, when you're with women, because a lot of them are insecure and they want to see what they can get away with, and you have to hold the line and set a hard boundary. You have to hold the line and set a hard boundary with women, because those women, if they're out here pulling stuff like this, they're not looking out for your health, safety, and freedom. And again, Travis Rudolph could have lost his life as related to this woman running this game, and Travis Rudolph could have basically been in the grave, and these guys could have been in prison. But thank God Travis Rudolph was able to defend himself as related to Florida's Stand Your Ground law. He was able to stand his ground, and now he can go out and start making moves as related to resuming his NFL career. And I thank God he got that opportunity to get cleared as related to our racist criminal justice system, because they were looking to go out here and punish him for the things that they said George Zimmerman was able to do, and this other woman was able to do, as related to this Susan Lawrence. These white people were able to do this, but this black man, he had to go through this trial, and that is the saddest part of this story as related to Travis Rudolph. Again, I'm hoping this brother is able to get his life back in order. I'm hoping that he counts his blessings, because he has been given a great gift as related to his freedom, and I'm hoping that he learns to move differently as related to these kinds of women, because this type of woman is one you don't get involved with. This is the kind of woman you don't deal with. This is the type of ratchet woman you leave in the streets, and this is the type of woman who is for the streets, and you just leave her where you find her. Leave her to Pookie and Ray Ray, because she's not worth your time. If you're trying to move up, you leave her down in the gutter. And again, I'm just hoping Travis Rudolph is able to have success as related to his NFL career. I'm hoping he can get his life back on track, and I'm hoping he can move his life forward after this, because this young brother, again, deserves to go out here and have a great career. He is innocent until proven guilty. He has now been proven innocent, and now I'm hoping after getting justice, he can just get on with his life. Now, if you want to learn more about what leads to women like this one going out here and instigating incidents like this, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Smashware's The iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn what leads to males like this going out here and thinking that they have to defend the honor of dishonorable women, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Man Crisis at other online booksellers like Smashware's The iBookstore, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Target. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can send a donation to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now available for the first time on Google Play, The Man Crisis. Learn why so many men are falling apart in an increasingly gynocentric world in The Man Crisis. Get your copy on Google Play today.